this is Janae, and today I wanted to come to you and explain to you a little bit how to use our new stencils, the Mandala Edgers. I developed these two stencils because we had some requests for help with elements that will assist in creating mandalas that you create yourself. And I was a little well, I gave it some thought and was trying to figure out how can we do this. And the first thing I came up with was of just doing it on a regular stencil like this. And after thinking about it, I added some registration dots so that you could have a dot and then pivot around it. But I couldn't get a dot on here for every one of the elements. So then I thought, well, wait a minute. What if I put them on an edger? I could put a dot almost in between every one. And then depending on if you started with a circle or if you started with a center dot, and where you place those registration dots, your designs will change each time. So I'm just going to play with one and maybe give you some points, and you can just see how maybe I put together a design. So the first thing I did was, and you don't have to do this, I just did it because I was interested, but I drew a 2-inch circle. And the way I do my circles is I start with this ruler that I love, and then I find 2 inches or 1 inch on the side, and then I just draw my circle like that. That's a great way to start a mandala. The other way, and especially another way with these rulers or these edgers that we've made, you just have to do some lines. And so right now I'm just going to do 2 lines that are perpendicular, and then that point right there is where I'm going to use as my center point through this hole right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to there, and then to keep it straight, I'm going to make sure that these all line up on that line. So that hole there, you can just tell that they're straight. So I'm going to go ahead and do, and I'm just going to do them in pencil, and then I'm going to go over it with an ink later. So, and I think I'll do the heart too. And then like that. I just design this a little bit further down on the page and off to the side, so that we will just have a design taking up this corner, and then I have room here for my dailies and other items here. So I didn't want to use the whole page, so that's why I have this off to the side like this. The other, and I'm using a dot journal page, which is really helpful because then I can just line the edge of this up with the diagonal dots and do my second set of lines diagonally like that. There. And I'll just continue. There, that gives you a good start for your mandala. The other thing we could do is we could do some more circular lines. Or we could, instead of, I started my design with this dot here. The other thing we could do is, if you wanted to continue, you could use the same design, move it a little bit further out, and see which point on the edger, the dot that it would work with, if that makes sense, but then to continue to your design. Or you could flip it, and I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it and use I also could use something off of this other edger too. I think I'm going to flip it and use this one. And let's see how this fits. That's way out there. Well, there we go. Okay, I can see the space between these leaves here, and I just do a little line like this. I can see about where the middle is, etc. And from that, I can start to do another set of lines. Just line it up at the center point and where that middle line is there. I'm going to use this shape here, and I want it to barely hit those leaves, so I'm going to look for a registration dot, and I think it's this one right here that's in between the leaf pattern. And then I'm just going to make sure that I'm lined up on that line. There, that's about all I'm going to do using the edgers. For right now, I don't want to go too further out my page. Now now that I've laid it all down with pencil, I'm going to go over it all with ink, and then I'll just let you watch me ink it in. We'll erase the pencil, and then we'll have a great design to start maybe adding some color. There, and that's one of the mandalas that I created with the Mandala Edger #1. And we have some more shapes on the Mandala Edger #2. and they can all be combined. I hope that gives you an idea, and I'm going to go ahead and color this one in and let you see the final image when I'm all done.